Buongiorno.
And why are we bunched together like this again?
Maybe just because we like each other. My name's Onyx on Dicks.
My name is Franco, King of the Pirates. Last name. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yes, welcome to a very special spooky episode of G-List Celebrities. We are here bunched here because we have a very, very, very special guest. Longtime friend of the pod, and a current contestant on season 666 of the Boulay Brothers Dragula. It's Pie!
Hello, divas.
Hello.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah.
And we picked up.
No, thank God. And you did it earlier. Thank you so much for having me. I really am a huge fan of the pod.
Yay.
Obviously, I've been friends with y'all for fucking years. And now everybody gets to see this mysterious friend of the pod.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've only had listeners of the pod on the pod.
Yeah.
We are strictly. And we brought you up on the pod a lot.
It's true. I have been mentioned a couple times. The lore runs deep.
The Lord does run deep. You're an official reoccurring cast member along with Jesus Christ, Joe Biden, the evil
and Billie
pharmacist,
Eilish.
and Billie Eilish.
And Franco's mom.
And Franco's mom. Yes.
Which makes sense because she is every woman.
She is the doll.
Every woman, and they're all in me.
Yeah.
Besides her mom.
In you.
In.
Anyway,
buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Oh, it
She
feels
said
so
it,
nice.
folks.
It feels so nice to hear it
Does
in
it feel
person.
good?
Yeah, it feels nice.
So we don't really plan anything
At all.
So Franco's dressed up as Luffy, the anime character from One Piece.
Yeah.
Do you watch anime?
I don't.
That's okay.
fine.
No, here's the thing. I feel like anytime that I have tried to get into anime, there's something about it that just doesn't like click for me. I'm not sure if it's like the pacing of stories or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It doesn't click for me the way that it does for other people.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Same issue with me. That's why I read the mangas.
So
I
can
can't
tell
read.
you this. So
that's true.
Franco's dressed as a character from a manga that's been going on for 25 years, and it comes out once a week
Chapter.
for 25 years.
So
One Piece?
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not gonna start that.
I started when there was like 800 chapters.
Oh, I don't.
That sounds like starting Grey's Anatomy, which I've also never seen, but I know you do love that. So like,
I love that kind of shit. Like Real Housewives, there's like a million episodes.
Because then you
like,
go through
I love a
arcs
journey
where it gets really bad, and then it gets good again, and then it gets bad, and then it gets good again.
like this podcast.
Like this.
no, this podcast is always good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I will say I did go back and rewatch, or not rewatch, but watch for the first time Lost all the way through.
Oh.
In like college, I went back and watched it.
Honey.
And that was obviously a journey because that was the era of 20 episode seasons, and each episode's like an hour long.
Bring that shit
Bitch,
back.
I just remember because it used to be so good. It used to be so
It
good.
was great.
I never watched
And then
It
it
was
got
great.
like we have to move the island. I'm like, okay.
I remember like I had
Season 3, season 4 go crazy.
I had a friend who was
Charlie
really
died.
into Lost, and like I would watch like whenever like they watched it, and it would be like within like month separation of episodes. It'd be like, is that a raptor? What's going on? I was like, I'm so confused.
Shit gets a little weird.
They get lost.
They really lose the plot sometimes.
the
but you
plot
know
got
what?
They lost the plot.
That's just how it is.
God.
Ain't that how it is, bitch?
I guess.
So Franco's dressed up.
Well, okay.
She doesn't
so here's
do
the
that.
thing. Well, first of all, I wore my
Happy Halloween, Boulay Brothers.
Boulay Brothers shirt.
Stream the new album.
Stream the new album. I
Yes.
did write some of the eyes. They all fell out.
Oh.
But in October, I like to think my Halloween costume is me out of drag.
Spooky.
Because I was in drag for
Scary
9
shit.
days in a row last week. That's not
That's
even
so
last week.
cool.
Last 2 weeks. It
Not
was
only
cool,
booked,
but
it was.
it was so bad. And after seeing Queen, I stayed at Andrew's house and I take my makeup off with Dawn.
Oh, been
And
there.
I really felt like I haven't done that in a while. And it just like your skin's just like.
You know, listeners of the pod might not realize you used to only use Dawn to remove specifically green Dawn to take your makeup off. But I will say,
Dawn.
It
for
works.
anybody listening that anytime you end up at someone's house unexpectedly, and you're like, I need to get out of this makeup, check the sink for Dawn, and it will take your makeup off.
No, like,
and it works.
It will
real
get
shit.
your shit together.
I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you. Like, I literally did that like the last few times.
It works really well. If it works for the ducks,
It works.
Thank you.
For quack quack.
yeah, quack quack like
for
the
the
chicken.
birds.
But but as you know, we're in our.
Who's we?
I am indeed a 30-year-old approaching 31.
And so I need my Burt's Bees cleansing balm.
Oh,
or
I use a cleansing oil.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true.
And it works better than Dawn.
It's the best. And
Does
it's
it
like
work better
good
than
for your
Dawn?
skin.
It
Yeah,
does.
it's really great for your skin.
I just remember back in the day, we go to your house after stuff.
God.
For afters.
Oh, Christ.
And I remember you would have all these little.
Oh, I'd pull it all out.
Up and be like, give me some of the tincture.
Oh, I'd pull it out. Yeah, I'd be
You
like,
use
all
it-
right, everybody, we're doing skincare.
I remember like that one time I was like at your house like after one of like said events and like I had a bunch of makeup on. You're like, oh yeah, we'll just take it off. And I remember I was so fucked up. I was like laying in your bed and you were literally just like massaging serums into my face. You're like, my skincare is a serum. I'm like, okay.
But then after, this is what would happen is we do the serums, and then we later on night be like, let's do each other's makeup.
Yeah. No, those nights were so fun though.
were
Like there was the
fun.
one night that
I miss those.
we all put Pretty Girl in drag, but we all did like a different piece of her
Yes.
face. That was really fun.
We really used to like.
We used to really
fun.
cut up. We really used to cut up.
But
Shit,
so
that was
many
so
people
much-
used to go to your house.
I know, it was fucking big.
It was big.
That house was huge. I no longer
was
live there
big.
now, but that was like the party house.
I literally
And it was in
just
tiers
telling
too.
Bucky-
There was
There
a
were-
different.
there were
rooms,
tiers.
different rooms.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was psychotic.
The final boss was, I think, your bathroom.
The final boss was my bathroom at the very top floor
100%.
with the jacuzzi
Yeah.
tub that
No.
we used to put blankets and pillows in.
I was gonna
to
say
hang out in.
your bathroom was the
Yeah.
final boss, but the second phase of the final boss was the bathtub.
Yeah,
That's like that's when you knew there was no return.
You think you beat the final
No.
boss with a double vanity,
No.
and then you don't when you get in the tub.
Yeah.
My years of my life have been lost in that building.
Oh
And what's
my
crazy
God.
about those days, we did sober,
Well-
completely sober every time. Every
Oh,
time.
I get it. Oh, I was like, I was not. I see what you're doing.
I see what you're doing.
Maybe. Oh, those.
Those were times, and you know what?
Those are the days.
Y'all have mentioned these afters
We have.
before,
We have.
and it's
have.
come to my attention that there's some confusion about a specific
Oh,
evening.
yeah.
I'm not confused at all. I'm not confused at all. I remember. Believe me, I remember with the clearest
What are you talking
mind.
about?
With the
So the-
clearest-
I have no. The problem is, I have zero. I
What
just
happened?
remember-
You tell your
I remember
side.
I was in the Uber with Richie, and I paid the Uber driver. I can't even say it on
You
the
don't
podcast.
even gotta
I can't
say it on the pod. Don't even say it on the pod. You've mentioned it before. Go listen to another episode. You'll find it.
And then I remember getting to your house, and that's it. And then I remember waking up.
Well, see, what happened was we were all just so fucked up, and it was so late that it was like, okay, we're just going to bed.
Yeah.
So like we literally all just crashed because we were all hanging out like upstairs.
See,
No.
That's
Look at
literally
that.
it.
Innocent.
No.
That's literally it.
Innocent.
No,
You're
you
mixing
weren't in
two
the bed.
different evenings.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I remember it was the night with what's her name,
Amanda Lepore.
Amanda Lepore.
Yeah.
And like I said,
'Cause
Maria
she gave me that
Topcat was
bottle of
nuzzling my
Patron.
head to sleep, and I was laying alone in the bed with Maria Topcat. I think.
That is quite a sentence.
I was like, yeah.
Pause. Rewind
You
noise.
said that.
And then I wake up between two lovers, confused.
Okay,
Confused.
but nothing had happened.
see, that's what they say.
I
That's
believe
what
that
they
nothing
always
had
say.
happened.
I believe nothing had happened, especially depending on when this specific evening
That
occurred.
was
because
during
there
that
were
time.
because let's be clear, there were evenings where there were things that had happened,
Yeah.
but you were not present.
Yeah, you definitely
think
were
I was
not
not
there.
I would know if you were there.
I'm aware that I was out there. You
I
know?
don't think anything did happen then.
You don't think.
I'm
truly
pretty
don't
certain
remember.
nothing happened.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that you're like so
I
convinced
don't
that
think,
something
I
did.
just don't think we
My
would
brain,
have.
I'm used to the
I just
trauma.
don't think like I would have or like I don't think it would have been like
We
well,
weren't that crazy.
he's
We weren't
here,
that
fucking,
crazy. Yeah,
just
like
push him over to the side.
I mean,
no.
I think we would definitely go
Only time
somewhere
will tell.
else. Like,
Only
it wouldn't
time
be
will
like,
tell.
oh, Franco's here, just put some earmuffs on him.
Listen,
Yeah, that was not
I've had
the
a
tea.
PI on the case for about 7 years at this point, so we're
You
gonna
got a
find
PI
out.
on the
Yeah.
PI?
But the funniest
Yeah,
thing was
PI on
because
the
I just
PI.
woke up, though. Remember, I had covered
Yeah.
myself in blood that night.
Ugh.
I
And there
never
was
found
still
that
some in my
photo.
crack. So there was
Ugh.
like there's an image of me where like my underwear had soaked all the blood out.
Imagine me
where my
waking up
ass
to that.
crack
I have
was.
woken up to
So it's
two.
just like a bloody hole. It looks so
It looks
graphic.
bad. It was. I
It
woke up
looks-
to a crime scene. Is what I woke up to. I was like,
I was like, okay, so in this scenario, if all that happened, it was to the point where I am bleeding out my anus and no one remembers.
See, it doesn't check out. I'm sorry, Franco.
I don't know.
Maybe you and Maria
Maybe you have some
Tomcat.
sick fantasy
Yeah.
that I
lingering.
Maybe you and Maria had a little rendezvous.
Ooh.
don't. Girl, first of all, go get up. Me and Maria and I did not have a little rendezvous. We had a full-on love affair. No,
That's two. That's
Vous couchez avec moi.
is that what it is?
Buongiorno, two Italians
Uh-huh.
wiggling around in a meat sack. Call that a
Sausage.
eggplant parm. You know?
Eggplant parm.
See,
What the
We
fuck?
really do just have a lot of fun.
yeah, we definitely did have fun.
I remember the time. Your mom listens to this, everybody.
We can bleep it.
I remember the time. It was one of the last times I think you did.
Okay, we're not going to say this.
Yeah, we're not yeah, right.
I
And
remember
now
that
what's
too.
funny though is now I'm literally like, whew, I don't think I should take this ibuprofen if I'm drinking too
Oh
much.
my god, I know. I really can't hang like I used to.
No.
But I feel like
Right.
that's like probably for the better.
It is for the
Yeah.
better.
Probably for the better.
Because there are people who we used to hang out with who hang even harder than they did
Yes.
before.
It's really impressive, actually.
impressive.
It's
That's
a skill.
word- that's a word to use.
Partying is a skill that I choose to skip class for every once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, even now, because now you're traveling, you're doing
Yeah.
the
Yes,
gigs,
bitch.
and it like,
It really traveling at all is very taxing.
especially the
Traveling,
airport.
performing, showing up and being at a gig, like the social element, like really needing to like be kind of like on as soon as you like set foot is
Yeah.
like very exhausting. Like I can't even imagine like
That's why you do so much
wiping
blow.
myself out. I can't imagine myself wiping myself out by like partying hard with that.
Yeah.
Because the next day I would be like,
Damn.
And it's hard
Not
because
a
I feel like
human.
people expect, like, if they're paying you to be there, they expect you to be like, you have to be a good hang.
well,
You
yeah.
can't, like,
And like you know me, like I do love to hang. Like I love to
Yeah.
hang. I love to chit chat and yip yap with people. So like that part of it is like fun and it's definitely not difficult. But it is still taxing. Like
Yeah.
it just is something that it just consumes energy in a way that is like, oh, that's a little new.
Yeah.
That's a little different than like showing up to Taboo for a gig.
Yeah,
You know, it's very
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Sorry, 254.
oh, yeah.
R.I.P.
Taboo.
Don't dead name 254 like that.
If I really wanted to that name, I'd say eye
Eye
candy.
candy.
Oh my god. Not eye
It's a
candy.
haunted. Speaking of haunted houses.
That is a haunted house.
No, but it is true, though. And I really think, like, as I get older, it's like things take longer to recover.
Oh yeah,
Especially just like the airport. Like, the airport takes it out of
God. Yeah, and honestly, like, it's strange because like I could even have like a couple of drinks, and then I feel like the next day I'm like,
Kill me.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just like shit ain't right.
It
Shit ain't
really
right.
isn't right.
you. No, and that's your liver saying, this shit
ain't right. No,
Yeah.
for real.
They are not livering for it,
at all.
Honey.
Honey.
The mitochondria is saying stop. That's not a...
The
the powerhouse of the cell.
Right.
I was like, it got stuck in my mouth.
Well, me and Franco always, like,
we-
every once in a while, I'll
Not once in a
FaceTime Franco
while.
the next day, be like, Franco, alcohol's poison.
No,
It-
it's this.
you know?
it's
know
this
what's really
every
fucked
time.
up?
What?
Alcohol is a depressant. Isn't it fucked up when
Yeah.
you process and you're like, wait, I literally feel like depressed and
Yeah.
like lethargic from drinking this.
Your body is
Yeah.
begging to be killed.
And it's like also, and someone said it once, like, alcohol steals your happiness from the next day.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh.
Ooh, milk and honey. Okay.
Yeah.
Poetic.
Rupee,
And then I'm like,
Rupee
okay, so if you
Kaur.
just drink a bunch of days in a row, you know,
Yeah.
You're taking out a
You're-
personal loan.
for
Like,
the next week.
Welcome to G-List Celebrities Sobriety Podcast.
We do talk about our battles here.
We do. You're battling this wig right now.
Bitch,
No,
Just kidding.
This wig is
the
really
wig is
giving
good.
It to
It's
me.
good.
I might just be my everyday wig.
No, I love
Well,
it.
it depends what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but you know,
Give it to the girls.
Yeah, that's true.
it's a human. It's a unit. It's not a wig. It's a
human.
unit.
Okay.
So speaking of humans,
We're going to pause.
Nowadays, if I'm like out like drinking, like basically there's like going out and drinking, and I'll have like a couple seltzers or like I love the surf sides
Right.
because they have
those
real
are good.
vodka in them, so they don't give you a weird like Truly hangover. And if I'm feeling crazy, I'll do a shot of Fernet.
What is that?
Fernet is like it's like that black licorice-y type thing.
Yeah, it's like a
like ouzo?
It's like a fucking Jaeger thing.
It's good, and it's also
Yeah.
good for your tummy,
oh.
which is great. Or I'll drink whiskey gingers, which is also ginger ale.
Sometimes I'll just drink and drink and drink.
Ginger ale is also good for your tummy. But anyway,
true.
so like if I'm feeling crazy, I'll do a shot or two of Fernet. If I'm feeling like crazy, I'll do like 1, maybe 2 shots of tequila. But if I'm doing that, it's like that's a night.
See, what the thing is, in terms of like going crazy, it's never my choice. Someone appears to me like a fairy, a dream. Let it be whoever. Do you want a shot?
What's that
What's
like?
that like?
Shot
Shot. Do you want? They look at you with like the
no,
the-
it's literally
the
at Frankie
eyes. Like,
Bradley's.
do you want a shot?
I'll be standing at Frankie
shot?
Bradley's, and all of a
Like-
sudden it's just like
It's just
And you're
like,
like-
in your mouth. You're like
it's so true. Like I need to learn if I go to
crazy.
Frankie Bradley's, never buy alcohol at the bar because it will find me.
It.
I don't
it
need to buy alcohol.
Will.
It will find me.
No, it will
on its own.
Like.
Like I'll be in the bathroom and suddenly a hand comes out of the toilet like shot. Jesus. And I take every single.
I literally do.
Nah, yeah, I can't do that. I'm like, shots are
shouldn't.
hard for me because it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't really like being drunk. Like I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like
hate
that
it.
lack of control. It doesn't feel right most
That's
of
the
the time.
thing.
Yeah.
Like a little tipsy is fine, but like once I pass the threshold, I'm just like
Getting goose
I don't think I like
See, like I usually have
Yeah.
a good control of like when I realize I'm drunk. I'm like, okay, stop, chill out. But then sometimes like when we went to when we all saw Charlie XCX,
Oh my god,
dude.
Well, that was different.
it was my
was your
birthday.
birthday.
It was my birthday.
And
I
we're
was
at Charlie
drinking
X.
a
it was
lot.
all of our birthdays.
It was everyone's birthday. Yeah,
it was
we were born,
everybody's
reborn.
birthday.
No, I was reborn that night. I fucking died. I remember we went back to Primo's house after, and I was fine the whole night. Did I already talk about this on the podcast?
Yeah.
I think I did. Long story short, I sat down, realized I was going to throw up, threw up, then went home, and then threw up
Sometimes
again.
throwing up
Yeah.
after a night of being
Yeah.
out is what you need the next
But you know what
for the next
the
day.
worst
Yeah.
part?
Yeah.
The worst part about it is like I threw up in front of my apartment like a college frat girl.
Wow.
Frat girl?
Well, it's better than
Sorority
on the
girl.
floor of your apartment.
That's true.
Like I
Some-
literally stepped out of the loop.
You didn't have to clean it up.
I really didn't. I really.
That's tea.
sorry.
That's tea, though.
No, it's vomit. Is what it is.
Ooh,
Burn.
got her ass.
Yeah.
Speaking of vomit,
Oh yeah,
filth,
Dragula. You see that?
Drag, drag, drag,
transitions
drag.
here.
Well, at this point, when this gets released, congratulations on winning a challenge.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you so much.
That's fucking right.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like, but how is it?
Well, it feels nice.
Uh-huh.
It definitely feels. I've been really gunning for one.
Okay.
So it feels nice to be like, oh, I finally have some stake in this game
Period.
to kind of like, prove. I feel like a lot of the contestants are not. I feel like they're overlooking me a little bit, which I think is okay. So I think it's if it allows me to not be like a top competitor to them, then
Yeah.
less of a threat.
And you're still there.
And I'm
it's
still
like,
there.
As some of them
With a
are.
win.
Someone said that they had their eye on you. I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been Auntie a couple
Well, she
episodes
should.
ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And
Wait, who went home?
VV.
I knew that. I knew that.
Yes,
that.
because
And
yeah.
I really did like her throughout
Oh,
the whole time.
but
Vivi.
it really was.
She was one of my
It
favorites
was
at
hard
first,
to
and then
watch.
it kind of.
It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch because like I was, you're rooting for them, Like, especially, I don't want anyone on the show to ever do bad.
Oh my God,
Like,
yeah.
you don't want them to do bad, so when it's happening, you're like, oh.
I
Well,
agree with
it
that.
was definitely
when
a
you were
weird.
on, I wanted you to do.
Well, you got your
My
fucking
wish-
wish.
wish came true. See, when you manifest. No, I'm kidding.
Man, I sure be festin'. See, it was really strange because I was like, oh my God, yay, I won a challenge. And then they were like, now you all have to pick who's in the bottom. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
fuck, okay. And so, like, watching the two of them lip sync against each other, like, you can see it. You can see it where they show shots of, like, us in the back. I really, truly was sobbing the entire time because it's just so fucking sad. Like, it is sad. Like, yes, we're here to play a game. Yes, we're here to, like, someone has to go home. But, like, this is the first time that any of us had a direct hand in, like, putting these people in this position. Obviously episode 1, but, like, we were for this episode, we put them in that position, and then we had to watch them fight, do a lip sync for your life, cackety cack. And then we had to watch them leave. Like, that's really fucking sad.
Yeah.
I wish there was some cackety cack in that lip sync.
I mean, and at that point, you guys had probably.
I wouldn't say
gotten to know
that
each other,
Dolly's
too.
music is very cackety cack.
I did not
No.
understand the choice.
It was
of
a tough
lip-sync
song. And this happens on Drag Race too, where sometimes the song is the hardest
sends
part
you
because
home.
it's like, okay, what can I even do to this? But it was, speaking of songs and live singing,
Oh yeah.
my word, I will say this episode was a little difficult to watch.
It's a little cringy.
It was
It's a little
cringy.
cringy. I feel like it leaned into it though.
And I think you won because like you were actually said, okay, we're doing musical theater. Let me do some theater.
Yeah, I said let me be a little cringe. It's okay.
And I think if more people wanted to be, you could just tell 80% of them were so visibly uncomfortable.
That's
I
really
was
what
shitting
it was,
myself.
yeah.
I was so nervous. Even watching the episode, I still got the same butterflies that I got like in the moment where I was like, oh my God, I have to live sing. Oh my God, I have to dance. Oh my God, I have to do all this thing. Like, it is scary.
Yeah.
Because it's like on the fucking main stage. Like, that's insane.
And it's like, I feel like you and I think Yuri kind of had like a similar kind of approach to it. It was like, this isn't what I usually do, but I'm not gonna like
Sharks
sit
are
here
born
and like
swimming.
suck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Where some people really are just like
They just, like,
divas.
crumbled,
This is
a
like
lot of
musical
them.
theater, and
Well, here's what's difficult is because obviously when you get cast on Dragula, you do not expect that when you get there, one of the challenges is going to be a live singing, dancing musical.
Yeah.
That is not anything that you would expect. So to me, it was like, okay, yes, how you sing is important and how much like effort you put into it. Like, how much are you committing, whether you're a good singer or not?
Yeah.
But it really comes down to commitment. So like, every single person was put onto the same playing field of like, this is out of every single person's comfort zone. Who's going to step up to the plate and just like fucking go for it.
Yeah.
And like, leave it all on the stage. Like, let yourself have fun and like let loose,
Well, it's not because they're not like being like, you're a little sharp. So we're gonna
Yeah,
be
like, I mean, it would be
just
unfair.
selling
It would be
like-
unfair to judge us on singing, like genuinely juding us off
It
of
would
our
actually be
singer.
so fucking funny if they were like, we had actually wanted a shower vowel on the end of that syllable. That you cut. No, it's one of those episodes after watching it, I was like, I was torn between, I'm like, they should either never, ever, ever, ever do this challenge again,
or
definitely
you
do it every single time.
Well, I will say it definitely. I feel like it gave better when you look at this episode versus a standard Monsters of Rock challenge.
Yeah.
I feel like the pre-floor show drama and stuff felt better this time than normal.
Oh, because
it was like
stuff.
There was like actual. It was like showing rehearsals. It was like, here's a dance rehearsal. Here's a singing rehearsal. Like, here's all these things. And, in Monsters of Rock, it would be like,
we're stretching.
I don't know. Yeah, there was something about it that seemed like it was kind of like, okay, like we're kind of just going through this to get to the floor show. But even then, it's like, this to me feels like a harder and more difficult challenge than like lip sync the drums.
Yeah, no.
Lip sync the bass. It's like, bitch.
Did they make them
as
do
a
that?
performer?
Yeah, it was Monsters of Rock. I think Monsters of Rock would be like the lead singer got to do all of it, and then it would be like, okay, I'm playing the drums, but you're not actually. So
Yeah.
you're
Is that what you mean?
So
by
you're like,
lip
how do
sync?
I
thought you meant
stand
literally
out by
lip
playing the
sync
drums? But this, the musical, completely level playing field. Obviously, with the exception of like if you're able to dance or able to sing, it helps. But that just like gives you the ability to like have some more confidence going into it.
Bitch, I would have been in there like, what key are we in? Can we, should we change? I can modulate along with everyone.
Okay.
I've
Right.
heard it said
PhD, right?
that people come into our lives
Oh.
for a reason.
You need to mute this.
I think it would have been pussy. I wish they did have y'all do a
Wicked the musical.
A runway.
well, that, and it was just Wicked. That's the challenge.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Or no, they had you do a runway, but it's like you each get a musical and you have to do like a fucked up version of it.
That would be
How
really
would that
cool.
be? 'Cause you could do like Wicked that'd be a
Do you know
great
what
one
that
to
just
get.
is though?
Yeah.
That's just
Or
that's Drag
Lion
Wars.
King.
That is
That's
drag. We're
Wars.
talking about drag.
That's a
Wars.
Drag Wars challenge.
That is Drag Wars. But
No, I agree. I think on one hand, I do think that it would have been cool to have a runway, but then they would have needed to squeeze an entire runway into the episode. And I also note that this season, the Monsters of Rock challenge was 1 episode.
Yeah,
last
instead of 2.
season it was 2.
Oh, really?
So we're getting an extra challenge out of this because we
Yeah.
condensed it into 1 episode.
Interesting.
I guess
And like the
also-
Monsters of Rock performance challenge, and then the whole next episode being the runway.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's true.
like that stretched
I
out a
didn't even know
little
they
too
did
far
that.
for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Girl. Oh.
So generally, I think it was I think it was an improvement.
Yeah.
And I think it feels correct in this season because this season, like, they're really leaning into the comedy and camp of it.
Yeah,
They're
are.
letting it be funny. And I
Yeah.
think that this is exemplary of like cringe humor.
You know what else
Definitely
I noticed
that.
I'm enjoying, and I have to give you commend for this because it's like you in Asia. I haven't watched like a drag competition in a really long time, besides that one time when you were on it.
Besides 1 year
like
ago.
a year ago.
yeah. Like, and I usually watch just like regular reality TV. It's like you guys are making it feel like regular reality TV,
Oh, thank
which is what I
you.
like. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I like the scenes with you and Asia. I feel like you guys have like a good like story going
My
on.
girl.
I'm, like,
I love
really
her to
enjoying
death.
it. Yeah,
I love Asia.
Yeah, like even
She's-
though the alliance thing, like what you guys were trying to do, the episode like didn't work out, but I enjoyed
what do
the
you mean
scheming.
by that? Didn't
That you
work
guys
out.
didn't like vote the way that you did because you got cold feet.
Yeah, I mean that was a
Or
weird
something.
situation because like it was like to me I found it more strange that like Jaharia and Aurora who were like, yeah, we definitely want to put Gray up, and then they didn't even say Gray. I was like, well, I can't say Gray now. Like, I can't do this
It does
now
put
because
a
then it's
target
gonna.
on, like, weird of you to suddenly
Yeah.
say
That's what I
that.
was waiting
Yeah.
for, but I had a feeling that it wasn't gonna.
And I
work,
also
yeah.
feel like it's such a weird situation because like I think like obviously like the time between the cauldron and when we were on stage is a mysterious entity.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit more time to kind of think. And I think with the way that the voting was happening on stage and then with having a realization in that time where I'm like, okay, but if we did put Auntie and Gray up, yes, it would have been a power move.
Right.
Yes, one of them would have most likely been eliminated. But what if they both came back?
again.
Like, what if? You know, it's like those kind of things. Like when you're
Yeah.
in the pressure cooker, you start thinking where you're like, well, if they do come back, then they're going to come back for blood.
Right.
Because, like, that's a lot. And also, like, I don't know. There is something to be said of, like, I do want to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
But finding the balance between playing the game fairly and playing the game, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Maliciously.
Opportunistically.
Yeah.
Where it's like, let me focus on that moment to be like, okay, Auntie deserves to be in the bottom this week. I can justify putting her there without it coming off as being like a, well, fuck you. I just want to put you there because I want to put you there. And I feel like that's what it would have read like if we did end up going with Gray.
And what would you say like
To little Joey.
and what would you like to say to
say to
the
him?
we're using the name where you could say it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Some people are sensitive about that.
No,
yeah,
I don't
some
care.
people are.
If you had to
and
sum it
some
up-
people don't have last names either.
No,
so.
we don't.
Well-
I'm like fucking Seal. Anyway,
What?
the Seal, like the celebrity. So whatever.
Kiss
And
from a rose.
I'm kissing.
Right.
So
I was like thinking,
I've been
That's
trying to
what I was
set
gonna
up.
do.
I've been trying to set up this joke for like 30 minutes. It's not gonna work, but
Okay, here we go. Oh, let's hear it.
Joey,
It's gotta
Ty,
be good.
if you had to like why are you acting that way on the show? Like, did they turn the show into something? It's something different than it was.
Baby, this is a game. They have turned this into a game.
We need to do a mix-o and let's do a love game.
I know.
I've
I've been thinking about it. I've just been really focused on like the week-to-week stuff that comes with like doing
Yeah.
the show and like posting photos and like prepping for events and like it's much more involved than I think I was like. Oh no, not more.
Well,
It's
a
about
week
as
is-
involved as I expected it to be.
A week is really short.
A week is really
Yeah,
short.
A week's,
You heard
It's
it here,
also-
everybody.
It's also really long.
Yeah.
yeah,
Week's a
that's
really
true.
long
Depends
time.
on the week.
I remember the week between episode 1 and 2. I just remember I was literally like, 72 hours, 48 hours.
Well, it's like this
24
this past week between the electrocution extermination
Oh, yeah.
and finding out who actually gets eliminated. It's like that for a lot of people. That felt like the longest week of their lives.
Yeah, I was sad to see Majesty go.
Wait, yeah, that was
was
something I
really-
wanted to talk about.
I was
before
living
forget.
for them.
I loved Majesty, but I want to say, I'm like in between two feelings. I feel like Auntie did clock them
Oh, boots.
very badly. Like, I do believe that Majesty was having like severe issues.
They probably have a little bit of trauma.
Yeah,
from
but
being
I
on the
also
show,
think
too.
that like they are a little bit of a narcissist.
Well,
and
I mean,
genuinely
if you're
enjoy
doing
attention.
drag,
I don't know.
You have a little bit of narcissism.
I know,
in you.
but
I
I
don't
think
any
every
humble person
drag
does
artist,
drag, yeah.
every drag artist is a little bit self-involved
Well, you
and
should
a little
be.
bit delusional.
Well, the
Not a
thing
little.
is,
A lot of
a
delusional.
lot of delusion. But you kind of
You have to
we
be.
talk about this a lot. You
Too much.
kind of have to.
You
be.
have to be.
have
And
to
then
be.
there's a fine line though
We're actually-
between
no, go ahead.
delusion and then just like caca brains.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like we all know the diva.
We're on the
that-
spectrum of that right now.
Well, I think to me, it's like you're creating a world for the audience to live in, so you have to be confident in that world, whatever
Yeah.
it might be.
Okay.
And that's a world that you are creating yourself. So you have to be confident in that world and what you're creating. So, like, obviously, if I'm dressing up in drag, that's not me out of drag. So it's like there's a full world that kind of goes with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like committing and like believing it. Like
Yeah.
actually, like when you
Feeling
go
the
upstairs,
fantasy.
it's literally like in
Yeah.
the musical challenge, people go up on stage and you can see who's nervous and you can see who's not. But the delusional ones go up
Okay.
there and are like, cackety cackety cack, I'm here to fucking win.
And you know what?
Yeah. But no,
just-
it's true that like even especially live shows.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, and because I think live is harder than
Oh, so
TV
hard.
because editing blah blah blah. You only get 10 seconds of seeing everyone. But like when I've seen this happens, especially with like burlesque stuff. Watching someone who's uncomfortable take their clothes off makes the audience
so awkward.
Like, you really-
uncomfortable because it's like you want to be like you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah.
you don't have
I was gonna
to
say,
do
like,
this.
why did you do this
Like,
to yourself?
It is
Yeah.
so uncomfortable. So
Why'd
it's
you
like
do this to me?
really you need to be confident.
You have to
But-
believe in yourself. Like you have to believe that even if on a general understanding, like if it's like, okay, like I know I'm not the best at this, but in that moment you have to believe that you are because that's what allows you to like sell it because there
Yeah.
are people in the audience that are like you are the best.
Yes.
And like they believe that.
Yeah, and there's like there's cockiness, confidence, and delusional.
Delulu.
You really just kind of sprinkled them
You
all
need a
together.
little.
You need
bit
a
of-
little
You need
all
a
of them.
dash of
in
all
a
of them.
different time.
What is
you
it? That
bust
video of
down.
Kamala Harris? You sprinkle a little bit of time, and you want to. Are you joking?
No, it's when she's cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's not. She's sitting in a chair explaining how to make a turkey.
Oh.
Just ask Desiree
That's the
Dick.
second time. Period. That is the second time this week that I've referenced a meme and no one knew what I was talking about.
I'm just really sick of getting the
Well,
letters
you're
about
just
voting.
such a I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're just so
Online.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Was it crispy?
No. No. It wasn't.
Okay, so what did y'all think of the episode, generally speaking?
In my brain, okay, I thought it was one of the hardest episodes of the show to watch. But I think people definitely won't forget it.
No.
It was hard. It was hard to watch. But I will never forget this episode.
Unforgettable.
I feel like
It is really funny you won this episode.
I know.
In the grand scheme of what this episode is now.
But don't let it take away from your win.
Yeah, you still
you did
won.
deserve to win. that episode.
I appreciate hearing that.
You definitely did.
Because you could because it was so clear that you did well, and you could have anyone else could have went home.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Our good friend Dylan texted me and said,
Oh God!
I think it's hilarious that you won the cringe challenge.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, don't act so surprised.
Hello, yeah.
But it is nice, and because there's times in reality competitions where it's always interesting when the majority perform badly, because I think it happens so rarely.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
where your team did well, but even members in your group didn't do amazing.
When we were texting about the episode, I did use the words humiliation ritual. So,
well,
some of it was just like, is this worth it? Is it worth it, everybody?
well, yes, it is, because I got to win.
Well,
out
no,
of it.
you.
It's true. Oh
did
no,
a good
definitely
job.
worth it for you.
I'm talking about some of the
And
other people that just
it's crazy,
crumbled.
And you get to go to Alaska's show.
I
yeah.
know.
When is
which
it happening?
I don't know the date yet, but I will be sure to post about it when I
my
find
God,
out.
Yeah.
That is gaggy.
That is
That is
gaggy.
Like gaggy.
That's with fucking Jan and
Yeah, there's a lot of from what I've seen
lots.
online, it looks like there is a certain positions that kind of have opportunity for other people to fill in. To kind of fill the role, or that there's
okay.
guest spots to kind of come in. I don't know anything. This is purely off of what I've seen on the Drag Musical's Instagram.
Okay.
Because I met that whole cast a few weeks ago.
Were they lovely?
They were, but they're very talented. I was gagged.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
A few of them.
I'm gonna
I've
be
seen all of them.
I'm gonna be gagged. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be like,
I'm sure they're not putting you in though. That'd be so funny if they're just you're just gonna be part of the dance ensemble.
no, I mean, truthfully, I'm sure it'll be something like
You're
that.
featured.
I don't think it's gonna be anything like.
I
Here's
dreamed a
your
dream.
here's your 5 pages of lines to memorize.
Yeah,
you got a solo, and then you got a trio, and then you got an ensemble. I'm like,
rehearsals are Monday to Friday.
Yeah, they're not
9
gonna
to
do all
6.
that.
Oh, God.
No, they're not.
That's
gonna
gonna
do
be
all
so
that.
cool though.
I know.
I'm very excited for that experience. That's gonna be really, really,
That's fucking awesome.
really, really fucking cool.
A Broadway debut.
Off Broadway.
This is kind of an off topic.
Oh.
Alaska.
Oh, never mind.
What was I gonna say? Alaska's one of those rare cases where all of the work that she got done looks really good.
Yeah, she looks great.
She looks really good.
She does look
Yeah.
great.
She doesn't look
No.
fucked up in the face like some other people.
I love that meme of her though saying, "I'm gonna get my lips filled so I can stick them out really far." And then there's that picture of her a year later going,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she had her moments.
Yeah.
"She sure did."
She said, I mean, after her season, because also that era of Drag Race
that was
was
the golden
the
years.
golden years
Yeah.
where she was she could afford whatever the fuck she
Yeah.
wanted,
Yeah.
and she did.
There are some.
Hey girls, my
People-
name's Alaska.
She's such a
That's
blueprint.
not your name.
She's such a
yeah.
blueprint.
She is one of my
actually is.
probably top
Easily.
4
Yeah.
favorite drag queens of all time.
Easily.
So I'm actually okay. I'm curious because I have my own thought about it. I'm sure you can gather what it is. how would you say the season is going overall in the grand scheme of like Dragula?
I
Okay,
think
well,
it's very
first of all, we asked the
good.
questions here, so don't ever do that again. I'm kidding.
Gagged me a bit.
I'm just curious.
No, just kidding. You go ahead.
I think it's really good. I think this is one of the definitely better than my season. I think.
Damn.
I agree.
No, my season was just even like 'cause even as a fan watching it, you know, obviously I have some feelings about it.
Yeah.
But watching it just as a fan, I thought my season was a little boring at times.
I would agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, where like there's a lot of stuff I like about my season. I think like really good looks,
Great
and, like,
looks.
great looks. But the thing is, that's what I love about Dragula. But then now separating it as a reality show,
Yeah.
I think your season was way more entertaining.
Yeah.
and it really has a lot of I think memorable moments. Like I think it's gonna be one of like the people I think when they think best of Dragula, they think season 2, season 4, and now I think season 6.
Cool.
Which means next season's going to be a dip, and then 8's going to be amazing.
Even numbers only.
Even numbers only.
Even
I
Steven.
mean, that's kind of like what I
In
was saying
Resurrections, actually.
earlier. I never
Hot
watched
take.
it.
Resurrection's my favorite thing, I think. They've done. I love
Like it
Resurrection.
is
feels
really
like a
cool.
reality show. That,
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't feel like a chore when I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, let me watch the show that I watched.
Yeah.
I would agree. I feel like it's a good this season as a fan of the show. It's a good balance of like one, the cast is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the
It's a really good
skill
cast.
levels that everybody's bringing is really really impressive and very intimidating as a contestant. And then two, the reality TV element of it for me feels like good. Like it feels like a good balance. Like it doesn't. Some of it reads as forced, even if it's not. And then like a lot of it feels like real and like organic. Like
Yeah.
it feels like a reality TV show should feel, which is like actual real emotions. And to me, it's definitely one of the best seasons, if not,
Go ahead.
if not potentially the. But you know, we do have to see how the rest of the season goes because we never know. You know, there's like always like the first half of a season and the second half of a season. We don't know for sure how things are going to be changing because you know, as there's less cast members, there's just less stuff that could potentially happen. But yeah, to me, this feels like it's really up there with season 2. But it's like such like a refurbed, like revamped, like revitalized version of like what the show is. Like this feels like it's finally a reset of like this is the new era of Dragula.
Reboot, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say, well, I can't even put your season in there yet because it's not done yet.
It's true.
But season 2, I think, still remains.
Season
my
2
favorite.
is and always will be
Yeah. I really
iconic.
enjoyed it, yeah.
It just really, and that was the
Iconic.
first time, like, especially like with like Victoria, just the shit that she brought, just being like,
Oh my god.
oh
yeah.
my god,
kind
like,
of-
what are we
Oh
doing?
yeah.
Like,
I
what
feel
are we
like
doing?
the same way about like Gray Matter. Every time they come out, I'm like, yeah, this is artwork.
Gray
Yeah, this is just
is
amazing.
so
It's crazy.
fucking talented.
Yeah.
It's insane. And they are such a sweetheart.
They seem really
They're
sweet.
such a little angel.
Yeah.
all the
Their
best
fucking
ones
clown outfit was probably my favorite so far.
Yeah, I really like that
Like-
outfit too.
What has been your favorite outfit so far?
From the whole season, or
Yeah.
like of
From what
mine?
we've seen. I mean, it can be yours, but
Standouts. Why am I
the
forgetting?
Pilgrim.
No. I really loved Auntie's Jack in the Box.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That when I saw that, I was like, "You fucking rotted whore!"
Yeah.
Like that's
shit
so
came out of the
fucked up.
sides.
That is so
Yeah.
fucked up for you to bring something that is so good. I will say I really love my doll as well. My
I
color doll.
love your doll.
I think that's probably your best so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a standout for me.
Yeah, I like that time is not real on that show.
It really isn't though.
don't
When you're
tell
there
you.
though, because that's my favorite thing was that, like, being so cut off and not having your phone
Oh, it was the
is
best.
just like you're like, what am I gonna do today? Whatever the
Oh.
fuck they tell me to do.
Oh my god, it was
You're
the
just like,
best.
What am I gonna do? let me go ask this guy. What
kind
am
of like
I
a
doing
retreat,
today?
isn't
It
it?
is,
Yeah.
in a way.
Tormenting.
No, it was really
Electric a whole
fun.
pack of cigarettes a day.
Literally.
And
Yeah.
Orgato could come up to me and feel a little hand on my arm. Onyx,
It should have
can
been
I
me.
just...
Aww.
It should have been me.
Sometimes I miss it. Take me back.
I
Take me
really
back.
enjoyed
You hear
Stockholm
that?
Stockholm syndrome.
I really enjoyed the filming process.
I bet.
It's very fun.
Nice.
It is.
It's really fun.
So I know you're not allowed to break the NDA, but like, so who wins?
Who wins? Majesty.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would gag.
Could you imagine?
That'd actually be
Bring
so
them at the last
episode. Oh my god. I did not, because now things are falling into, like, when you see everyone at first, you do kind of have like an idea of like, there's certain people that I'm like, yeah, I don't
Have things
see
fallen
them.
the way that you expected?
So far.
The Majesty thing really gagged me.
Yeah, I
that
was
was really
gagged.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I shouldn't name names.
But you
it's
know
not
what?
nice. But
It didn't gag me because the way they.
oh, sorry.
They
You know what gagged me?
They laid out the whole map
They,
and then
like, set
painted
that
in a
up.
neon
Yeah.
before
it was like
she did
heavily
that.
foreshadowed.
Yeah.
I kind of wish.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of appreciate that they did that. Now that I really think about it.
Yeah, I think it's
Storytelling,
like
yeah.
it is storytelling. They made it clear that like this person's going through something. It gave a lot of people stuff to
Abundantly
talk
clear, yeah.
through.
Yeah.
It gave a lot of people things to talk about in between the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of speculation, and then it is like entering the lab in episode 5 was really like a gag because we were like, wait, like who is gonna come home? Like who is gonna come back? Because in the moment, like
They're just like, go in there.
we did, yeah. In the moment, we didn't know that was about to happen
Yeah.
at all. So like when we find out that Madge quit, we really were like,
Yeah.
oh, we were gooped.
And I
I
think, like,
also-
you know, if I was, like, if seeing someone like that compete, like, alongside with a big, oh, like, you're probably secure in the top 3. Like, I'd be slightly happy to be like, see ya!
I mean, here's the thing. Normally, you would kind of say like, okay, yes, somebody that returns is gonna make it to the end, but that's kind of what you expect. So in a way,
Yeah.
it kind of opens up the world for that to not happen.
But in Dragula's sense, anytime someone has come back, they made it to the end, if not one.
You're manifesting your views right
LOL.
now. Anytime someone comes back, they
It's the
win.
law.
Yeah.
It's what? It just, I don't make
I
the
don't make
rules.
No, but my favorite part about Majesty leaving was just one of the producers appearing in a hoodie.
Oh, Jayla.
Just giving you a note and
Jayla.
walking away. It's like, no, you don't get Israel today. You don't get a hunky
You
man.
get Jayla, honey.
You get this. You get a gorgeous little
Jayla,
producer. in a hoodie.
I fucking love
She's
Jayla.
sweet.
Jayla's on. There's an episode of Undercover Boss where they do Hamburger Marys, and she's on it.
Oh, yeah,
And it's
baby.
incre-
It's incredible.
It's so good.
Oh, I watched it.
Because she used to perform too, so you see her teaching someone how to dance. I love it.
Oh, it was great. She teaches one of the the Sugar Baker's own Hamburger Marys.
Yes, yeah.
So you get to see the Sugar
she
Bakers
does
out of
teach one of
drag.
the Sugar Bakers
Yes.
from Camp Wanakiki.
Uh-huh.
The host of Camp Wanakiki, how to like twirl and do a split.
So many of
It's
those
so
words.
It's
bizarre.
crazy.
It's such a
None of
bizarre
those
sight.
words.
I'm ready
Pierced
for
my
like
brain.
there's gonna be like RuPaul's Drag Race season 17 hosted by J Lo.
No, literally.
Jayla rocks.
I love
She's
her
collected
so
the
much.
Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Ah.
And we're back.
Oh, buongiorno.
Well, what do you have coming up? Do you have any fun, cool, special things?
On Halloween night, I'm doing the Boulay
That's
Brothers. The Boulay Brothers Halloween house party up in Boston with DJ Trixie Mattel and a slew of Dragula performers. So I'm very, very excited for that. And then so I host a viewing party at Strange Loves in Philadelphia every Tuesday. And we have some special guests coming up in November. We've just secured them. On Tuesday, the 12th, we will have my partner in crime, Asia Consent, in Philadelphia.
Work.
And on Tuesday, the 19th, we will have the one and only, the illustrious Anti-Heroine.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yes, I'm very excited to be bringing them to Philly. So if you're in Philly, make sure you come out to those 2 dates.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bitch.
The episode will definitely be released by then.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that's so
wonderful.
fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm very
Fuck it up,
excited.
Strangeloves.
I'm very,
There
very
you
excited.
go.
Strangeloves has been so lovely. And
Where
Hen
is
House,
it? Where
Hen
is
House
it?
events, they've been incredible.
It's like
Is it next to Milk Boy?
It's
No.
around the corner from Bike Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had good drinks there last time. Oh
Yeah,
my
They
god.
do have good drinks.
I have
they
to go
got
one of
good
these
food
days.
too.
They had good food. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That's where I'm going right now.
Oh shit.
And did they have a drink named after you? What is
Yeah,
it?
it's the Tri Pie.
What's in it?
It's a whiskey ginger beer.
Oh.
Is ginger beer better than ginger ale?
That is true.
That
Wake
is
that
true.
up. It's
Nice.
way better.
Now wake that
Got a
up.
little more kick to it.
It does.
They're like, what's a drink you usually drink? And I did not.
Were you like tequila shot?
I literally was like,
You love to pretend it's anything but straight
it's
tequila.
Espolòn on the rocks with bitters and a slice of lime. Carcass in.
Did you say that?
No, because I was like, you're gonna have to charge probably like
Too much.
It's like a $30.
It's like not a drink special.
No, it's like, here's a $35 drink. You can get it if you want.
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
well.
So I did a spicy margarita because that's my second favorite.
Oh, that's a good
I love
one.
a spicy
I
marg.
do like a spicy
Yeah, that is
marg.
nice.
Where did we get those spicy margaritas at one time?
At one time.
It was like in South Philly. Was it?
Oh, at Cantina.
They
They
were
were
so
so- yeah,
banging.
That was the time where Sven screamed at the
That
waitress.
just didn't
like,
happen.
"Churros!"
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Churros.
It was just like we were like oh, grab them real quick. We thought Sven would get up and go like, hey, real quick. They just went churros. I was like,
That's
Bitch.
crazy.
Bitch, we got those churros. First of
We did.
all,
Were they
Sven
good?
has not listened to it. They were great.
They
Has not
were-
listened to any of this new season. Which brings me into our final segment that I've decided is going to be a segment that we did last time.
Oh, okay.
what are we doing?
Are you content with your choices?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, you go. Are you content with your choices?
I don't actually know how this works.
What choices?
I made it up myself, so
Oh.
I should probably know. Right now, not really. No, I'm not content with my choices.
Okay.
Just whatever you take the question
whatever
as.
choices you've made
I'm not content with my choices.
in
Oh,
recent
okay.
or life.
Just however you take.
Okay.
I'm content with most of my choices.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 75% of my choices, yes.
And you?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you know what I realized that we haven't done? You probably have to go. Okay.
What haven't we done?
We haven't done the song thing in like the whole new season.
Oh, I'm too embarrassed to do that right now.
The Buongiorno.
No. Like
no,
what?
we
what
used to do our top 3 songs on Spotify.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What are
so-
yours? Oh, God.
My phone is lost in the sauce. Right
Okay,
now,
before I leave.
So. Yes.
Yeah,
what
what
are
are your 3
Let me
songs?
see.
Yeah.
I can't even say.
And
mine.
how do
This is
I
straightforward.
find this?
Go to on repeat. Just type
Okay.
in on repeat.
Sometimes with drag stuff, it gets skewed though because if you're like learning something.
but
Okay,
even off the
on
top of
repeat
your
the
head,
playlist?
It doesn't even have to
Yeah.
be that.
Top 3. Hot to Go by Chapel Roan.
Oh my God.
That's My Floor by Magdalena Bay.
Period.
Okay.
And Taste by Sabrina Carpenter.
Period.
Period. Okay.
But I really am like not sure how entirely accurate that is because I feel like my music taste is all over the place and I don't know.
That's okay. My phone is recording right now, but I can tell you literally right now what they are. They have
Okay.
to be. It has to be either Juno or Good Graces
As it
by
should
Sabrina
be.
Carpenter. One of those.
If not both.
If not both. Disease by Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Oh,
And,
I still haven't listened to the whole song.
That's psychotic. Perfect Stranger by FK Twigs has been a big one for me recently.
Oh.
Okay.
Say it loud and with your chest. The
Mine
song
is-
that you told me.
A Halsey song, Ego. It's really good. I do like it a lot. That's not even what's
It gets worse.
the Wicked soundtrack.
Oh no, we can't come for Meatball's gig like that.
Hold me
What's
too
Meatball
tight.
Meatball does that all the time on her podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
Sorry, Meatball.
And
You're listening. I know you're listening.
Long time listener of the pod, Meatball.
Listen to
we'll
every
have you as a
episode.
guest eventually. Get over it.
Fuck.
And probably Disease, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny. So on the Halloween show, the people are like, claim your songs. Disease came out at midnight. 12:04. Icon Ebony Fierce goes, Disease, Gaga. I was like,
Mother.
Well,
I was like,
yes.
son of a fuck.
Well,
Well, it's been a joy having
it
you.
has
on
been a
the-
pleasure.
I'm
And
so
even better
happy.
watching you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm so happy to be here on the pod.
God.
I'm loving my time on the season. I'm
Yes,
very
bitch.
excited that it is even happening.
Now you're on
There's
2 hit
still-
shows.
It still
Yeah.
really feels so strange and crazy to me, but I'm loving it. But not as strange and crazy as it feels to be here. It's such an honor.
Hear that, kids. But yeah.
Wow, the pleasure's all ours.
Oh no, it's really all mine.
We'll have you back.
we
Okay,
definitely
a part
have you
two.
A part 2.
Y'all want a part
Yeah,
two?
we're toying with
having
the idea
everybody.
of rotating guests and things.
Yeah.
and
Hell yeah.
such. Yeah. We're just doing whatever we want, and yeah.
Yeah,
That's been
thank
it,
you
though.
for everyone listening.
And that's my floor.
That's my floor. I will
Bye,
let
guys.
Bye, Giorno.
Bye, Giorno.
Bye, Giorno.
That's kind of fun. Wait.
Bye, Jordan.
Wait. That's a good idea.